Hi friends, today we are going to discuss some important MCQs on Biographia Literaria by S.T. Coleridge. First, we can discuss some of the questions of the past HSA, HSST and SET exams. First question, Coleridge states in Biographia Literaria, good sense is the body of poetic genius, fancy its drapery, motion its life, and imagination the dash. HSA English 2015 question. Understand the question thoroughly because we don't know from which part the question will come. Answer Saul. Second question, Coleridge in Biographia Literaria calls dash a magical and synthetic power. HSST English 2011 question. Answer secondary imagination. Third question, the distinction between fancy and imagination is discussed in dash. Set English 2019. Answer Biographia Literaria. Fourth question, Biographia Literaria was published in 1817, completed in 1815. Fifth one, the subtitle of Biographia Literaria. Answer, Biographical sketches of my literary life and opinions. Sixth one, its working title was, answer, Autobiographica Literaria. Seventh one, I have a smack of Hamlet myself. Who said? Coleridge. Eighth one, autobiographical work of Coleridge. Biographia Literaria. Ninth question, dash is considered as the pre-generator of American transcendentalism. Answer Coleridge. Tenth one, Biographia Literaria is a reply to. Answer Wordsworth's preface to lyrical ballads. 11th one, Coleridge himself calls Biographia Literaria as dash. Answer, an immethodical miscellany. 12th one, who calls Coleridge as founding father of all modern criticism? Answer, I.A. Richards. 13th question, Coleridge's magnum opus is Biographia Literaria. 14th one, chapter 14 starts with answer, an account of the genesis of lyrical ballads, its 1800 preface, and the controversy which followed. 15th question, two cardinal points of poetry. Answer, the power of exciting the sympathy of the reader by a faithful adherence to the truth of nature. Second one, the power of giving the interest of novelty by modifying with the colors of imagination. 16th question, who first used the words fancy and imagination in his theory of poetry? TRB 2015. Answer, S.T. Coleridge. 17th one, how many chapters are there in Biographia Literaria? 23 chapters plus conclusion. It has 2 volumes. 18th question, the phrase willing suspension of disbelief is applied to Coleridge's poems on supernatural themes. 19th one, Coleridge and Wordsworth agreed to write 2 sets of poems. Wordsworth was to write poems on nature. Coleridge. Answer, natural things in a supernatural way. 20th one, in which chapter Coleridge uses the term willing suspension of disbelief. Answer: Biographia Literaria, chapter 14. 21. Literal meaning of Biographia Literaria. Answer: literary biography. 21. Chapter 14 discusses. Answer: Coleridge's view on nature and function of poetry is discussed in philosophical terms. 22. The poet within Coleridge discusses dash. Answer: difference between prose and poem and immediate function of poetry. 23. The philosopher within Coleridge discusses. Answer: the difference between poetry and poem. 24. Coleridge rules out an assumption about the object of poetry which from the age of Horace has made such a havoc in criticism, that is. Answer: object of poetry is to instruct, to make men morally better. Coleridge rules out that theory. 25. Who was known as the sage of Highgate? Answer: S.T. Coleridge. 26. The major area of disagreement between Coleridge and Wordsworth is in the case of. Answer: Poetic Diction. 27th question. According to Coleridge, poem contains the same elements as in prose, but the difference is in. Answer: combination. 28. A great poet cannot restrict himself from creating a passion in his composition with a language different from that of prose. 29. The immediate object of poetry is to. Answer: please. 30. The use of dash changes the whole feeling and makes the language of poetry essentially different from that of prose. Answer: meter. 31. S.T. Coleridge belonged to the group of dash older romantic poets. 32. Coleridge is best known for his. Answer: concept of imagination. 33. According to Coleridge, that dash and dash which helps a poet in the creation of poetry is imagination. Answer: synthetic and magical power. 34. Poet is one who brings dash into activity through the magical power of imagination. Answer: whole soul of humanity. 35. Dash is important in scientific and historical composition. Answer: the conveyance of truth. 36. Poetry is an activity of the poet's mind and poem is. Answer: one of the forms of expressions of that activity. 37. Coleridge is the first English critic who based literary criticism on. Answer: philosophical principles. 38. Coleridge states that the meter increases spirit and the sensitivity of the reader as well as his attention. 39. The recurrence of the identical sounds surprises the readers and the repetition arouses the. Answer: curiosity. 40. Who placed Coleridge next to Aristotle and Longinus in his history of 1902 to 1904? Sainsbury. 41. Coleridge used the word S.M.Plastic in Biographia Literaria. What is its meaning? Answer: to shape into one. 42. S.M.Plastic, a word derived from Greek, used in Biographia Literaria by Coleridge in describing imagination. 43. The intentional avoidance of critical thinking or logic in examining something unreal or impossible in reality is. Answer: willing suspension of disbelief. 44. Coleridge says that the use of meter is. Answer: an aid to memory. 45. The poem is a dash in which the various parts work together to provide the pleasure which is peculiar to poetry. Organic whole. 46. According to Coleridge, dash is the living power and prime agent of all human perceptions. Answer: primary imagination. 47. In Biographia Literaria, Coleridge comments that the difference between fancy and imagination is the same as the difference between dash and dash. Answer: mechanical mixture and chemical mixture. 48. The work is playful and acutely aware of the active role of the reader in reading. Whose words on Biographia Literaria? Answer: Kathleen Wheeler. 49. Who said about Coleridge as an archangel, a little damaged? Answer: Charles Lamb. 50th question. When he started writing, Coleridge intended Biographia Literaria as a preface to. Answer: Sibyllin Leaves, his poetic collection. So that is the last question. We have already uploaded a detailed class on Biographia Literaria. Please do watch it to get a clear picture. Thank you.